Hello, 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 hello. Hello, Sean. I'll try to start creating more people today because obviously I need to get so many more people back, man. I just wish this never happened. I just wish this whole crashing thing never happened, man. It really unmotivates me, if you know what I mean. It really unmotivates me that, like, whenever something bad happens, it just doesn't motivate you anymore. You just lose your motivation, you know what I mean? The game crashing has just basically made me lose my motivation to keep going. It's just like, oh, why should I even bother? Like, it just makes me not motivated anymore. 2K26 is now already on its way, you know. They've already started talking about 2K26. I mean, I already knew I wasn't going to finish this season before 2K26 came out, but Jesus, man. Because of the fact it took 5 months for me to get the damn game working, for starters. If it didn't take that long for me to finally get the game started, you know, I wouldn't be in this position, but still. Hey, Isabel. I'm doing alright, Isabel. I'm doing alright. But yeah, I'm just losing my motivation to keep going because of the fact that the game crashed and I lost all my data, and now I got to get everything back again. It's just like, ugh, like. I guess you could say it's soul crushing. Gone the days of memory cards, man. Gone the days of memory cards where you can just recover your saves through memory cards. But nope. Nowadays, memory cards are no longer a thing, and we gotta and all that stuff. Man, I miss the days. Man, I miss those days. Hello everybody and welcome to Friday Night SmackDown. This is the first SmackDown after the King and Queen of the Ring tournament, and we are on our way to the Money in the Bank. I'm Travis Bateman alongside Wade Barrett, and Wade, we've got a great show in store for everybody here tonight. How's my day been? It's been alright, mostly slept. Absolutely, Bateman. It's been a big match. It's been a big show here tonight. But we've got the Money in the Bank qualifiers to start tonight. We've got Liv Morgan. We'll meet the Dark Angel, Stephanie Vaquer. Liv Morgan has not been able to defeat Stephanie Vaquer. Can Liv Morgan finally defeat Stephanie Vaquer? We'll find out tonight in the Money in the Bank qualifier. And also Carmella will meet the Prodigy, Roxanne Perez, in a Money in the Bank qualifier. And the return of the Ring General Gunther, as he'll take on Wesley in a Money in the Bank qualifier. We've also got Drew McIntyre and Dragon Lee in a Money in the Bank qualifier. But of course, we've got a huge main event. Shotzi wanted to end the rivalry once and for all between her and Indy Hartwell. No Jade Cargill, no BS. Just the two of them in a one-on-one brawl. Last woman standing. Indy Hartwell and Shotzi for the WWE Women's Championship. These two who look to finally settle the score with their rivalry once and for all. Well, here come the Death Riders. And there they are in the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the new World Tag Team Champions, Ivar and Eric, and the new World Heavyweight Champion, Jon Moxley. Alongside Renee Young, the Death Riders dripping in gold. Well, the Death Riders vowed to take over SmackDown by winning gold, and that's what they did at the King and Queen of the Ring. The War Raiders would defeat the LWO to win the World Tag Team Championships. We know the LWO asked for their rematch tonight, and it was granted. So the LWO will get their rematch later tonight. Queensboro, South Carolina, take a good look at your World Heavyweight Champion, my husband, Jon Moxley. Oh, stop booing. You gotta get used to it. I told everyone from the start that the Death Riders were gonna take over Friday Night SmackDown, and this title on my shoulder proves it. I told everybody that Chris was nothing more than a wannabe Roman Reigns, and I proved it. Here we stand as the most dominant group in sports entertainment. You want to know something? I'm going to go out on a limb, Renee, and I'm going to say the Death Riders is more powerful than the Vision. Oh, you want to know why? Because it's kind of ironic, isn't it? It's kind of ironic that me and my old pal Sethington are both champions. It's quite ironic that we would both start factions at the same time, and then all of a sudden, now we're both champions. But enough about my old Shield brother. This championship on my shoulder is going to stay where it belongs, because I look in my eyes, what do you see? Oh, well, look who it is. It's the King of the Ring winner, CM Punk. CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk. Well, first of all, does it feel good to be alive here in Queensboro, South Carolina, or what? And second of all, actually, you know what? You just asked the question. No, it doesn't feel good to be alive here in this piece of dump. What the hell are you doing out here? Mind your own business, Phil. Glad you asked, Renee. Glad you asked. You wanna know why I'm out here? Well, I'm out here because, well, I won the King of the Ring. I beat Cody Rhodes to become king. And so that means I am now guaranteed a match against you, Mox, for the World Heavyweight Championship. You know, you could save yourself the embarrassment and go to Monday Night Raw and fight Seth Rollins. Phil, you're making a huge mistake. Have you not forgotten what happened the last time the two of us squared in the ring? I squashed your ass in the middle of the ring. Yeah, but that was under that idiot. Yeah, but that was under a different company, Mox. Here in WWE, you've never beaten me. But you see, Mox, I don't fear you or your Death Riders. All I see are two big muscled men and your skanky wife. You see, Mox, you only won that world championship because of Drew McIntyre, and I think a lot of people want to know, is Drew McIntyre actually with you guys? First of all, I want to make this very perfectly clear to you, punk. Me and Renee, we had nothing to do with Drew McIntyre. He is not a Death Rider. He is not one of us. I didn't need McIntyre's help. I didn't need Drew's help. And I'm going to make this perfectly clear to you, Phil. If you choose to face me for your right after winning the King of the Ring, you are making a huge mistake, because I will embarrass you just like I did the last time we stepped in the ring together. Because, Phil, we are strong. We are a strong unit. You can't handle the Death Riders, man. And if you think for 1 second that you can just waltz in here, try and intimidate me, you got another thing coming, boy. So if I were you, I'd get the hell out of this ring, take your ass over to Monday Night Raw, and you go fight Seth Rollins. Because at least you would have a better chance to beat your longtime rival. You know, you hate Seth Rollins. Remember of all the things he's done to you. I haven't done shit to you, man. Well, Mark, you're definitely right about one thing. Yes, I do hate Seth Rollins. I can't stand Seth Rollins. But you want to know something? That's why I'm happy to be here on SmackDown. That's why I'm happy to be here on SmackDown. Because that way I don't have to see his stupid, ugly face. I don't have to see his ridiculous clothing. I don't need to listen to his annoying ass theme song. So, in my opinion, I got what I wanted. I'm away from Seth Rollins. And Mox, whether you like it or not, I am coming for you and your World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. So enjoy it. Enjoy your 1 month title reign, John. Enjoy your title reign. Look after that title. Keep it nice and warm for me. So enjoy your 28 days of fame as the World Heavyweight Champion. Because at the first ever 2-night SummerSlam, I am going to challenge you. And I will become World Heavyweight Champion. And I will prove that I am the best in the world. To be the best in the world, I gotta be the World Heavyweight Champion. And that's exactly what's gonna happen in a month's time. I'll see you then, Jonathan. Dun, 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 dun. Look in my eyes. Wow. CM Punk has called his shot. He's coming for the World Heavyweight title. It's stupid. I know. Yeah, well, CM. Well, yeah, for the first time ever, SummerSlam will be going 2 nights. This will be our first ever 2-night SummerSlam in a month's time. But CM Punk has told Moxley, hey, keep that title nice and warm, because I am coming for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's a great, that's an epic way to start off, to let everybody know what's to come. But I'll tell you this much, Moxley better be careful. Phil Brooks better know what he's doing. Excuse me, Liv. Hi. I know you're getting ready for your match with Stephanie Vaquer in a Money in the Bank qualifying match, but don't you think it bothers you a little bit that you are 0-2 against Stephanie Vaquer? She seems to be your kryptonite. No, I'm not concerned about that. You want to know why, Jackie? Because tonight, that changes. I will beat Stephanie, and I will be going to the Money in the Bank. Because soon, when I beat Stephanie and win Money in the Bank, I'll become a 2-time Money in the Bank winner. Watch me, watch me. Liv Morgan seems very confident heading into tonight's contest. The following contest is a women's Money in the Bank qualifying match. Making her way to the ring, Liv Morgan. Well, Liv Morgan knows what it means to win Money in the Bank. Indeed she does. She's a former Money in the Bank contract winner. She would love to win it again, but she's got to get past Stephanie Vaquer, someone who she is 0-2 against. She has not been able to defeat her in one-on-one competition here on SmackDown. And her opponent, she is the Dark Angel, Stephanie Vaquer. Man, listen to this reaction for Stephanie Vaquer as she makes her way to the ring. Stephanie Vaquer with a smile on her face as she makes her way to the ring. You know, Liv Morgan, she just laughed off the fact that Jackie Redmond tried to get under her skin by saying, hey, you can never beat Stephanie Vaquer because every time you've wrestled her, you've always lost. Well, you want to know why she ignored it, Bateman? It's because she knows and she's confident that tonight that changes. She said it herself. She said tonight that changes. She's confident that she will defeat Stephanie Vaquer here tonight. I see, Isabel. Liv sucks, Liv sucks, Liv sucks, Liv sucks, Liv sucks. I'm unresistible. The unresistible Liv Morgan, as she calls herself, because she thinks that there is no man that can ever resist the beauty of Liv Morgan. Well, I can name someone who did. That would be the CEO, Patrick Ballantine. Oh! And Stephanie! Stephanie came off the top rope. Liv Morgan was able to move out of the way. I'm irresistible. Okay. She just went over to you, Bateman, and told you that she's unresistible. I mean, look, she's not Lucy Wright, okay? Lucy Wright may have been able to win over Andy Thompson, but I'm not going to fall for that. Bit of an unnecessary shot there at Andy Thompson, man. It's not an unnecessary shot. And now Stephanie back here, looking to build momentum. Remember, this is a Money in the Bank qualifying match. The winner of this match will go on to the Money in the Bank to join either Rhea Ripley, or the beautiful Madness, Julia. And that's who the winner of this matchup will join. Rhea Ripley or Julia. Julia defeated Alexa Bliss to qualify, and Rhea Ripley beat Chelsea Green. Liv Morgan's head bounces off, and Stephanie starting to build momentum. And now Stephanie building momentum on here against Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan now starting to find herself in a little bit of trouble here as Stephanie back here now starts to build momentum. And not one but two backbreakers to the lower back of Liv Morgan. Where is Stephanie going? She's going on the apron. And now back here, setting Morgan up. Oh, and Morgan with a nice counter. Morgan with a nice counter, catching Stephanie by surprise. And that was a good counter there by Morgan. That was a good counter by Morgan. You got to give her a little bit of credit there. She had it well scouted. And look at this. Oh, and a code breaker into the corner. The Jersey code. That could be it for Vakir. Oh, and Vakir kicks out. Ah! Oh. And now Stephanie. Oh, look at this, grabbing the leg. Oh, look at this. An STF. An STF like submission. Locked in on Morgan. Look at this. An STF like submission locked in on Liv Morgan. Is Liv going to tap out here? Hey, Armin. Liv Morgan gets out of that STF like maneuver. Gets out of that STF. Oh, eat defeat. That could be it. Eat defeat. That could be it for Morgan. Vakir. Oh, looking to go to Money in the Bank, but Liv Morgan able to get the shoulders up. Oh. Thanks for that, Gabe. I didn't. And now Morgan and Vakir trading blows. And now back and forth. Vakir and Liv go. Back and forth these two ladies go. Which one of these two will qualify for Money in the Bank? Yeah, who will join Ripley? Julia. And Julia. Between these two. And look at this now. And now back and forth here. Morgan in trouble here. And Vakir now. Oh, and Vakir. And Vakir, look at that, Vakir dropping down Morgan to go to Money in the Bank. Oh, and a kick out again by Morgan. Liv Morgan somehow, some way able to kick out at two. As Stephanie Vakir. Look at this. Oh! Oh, code breaker! And Liv Morgan explodes out of the corner with the code breaker. And Liv Morgan explodes out of the corner. And now Stephanie in trouble. Oblivion by Morgan. Liv is going the Money in the Bank. Am I going to watch War Games? I might. I probably will. Liv Morgan gets the win. Here is your winner, Liv Morgan. Told ya. Liv Morgan gets the win. Well, Liv said she was going to beat Stephanie, and she lived up to her vow. So the men's advantage match is a tag team match. Yeah, it makes total sense, Triple H. Yeah, from the preview I saw, there was no women's match. Seriously, Triple H is really not doing anything with the women at all. She's not going to come back until the Royal Rumble. I don't see that. I don't see her returning until the Royal Rumble. She's going to come back as a babyface, and she's going to probably win the Royal Rumble, maybe. That's probably what I think's going to happen with Liv. She'll come back as a face. She'll probably leave the Judgment Day, and then they'll start having her feud with whoever's in the Judgment Day. Because she's going to do the exact same thing as Rhea Ripley did. Come back as a face, leave the group, and all that stuff. It's going to be a repeat of the same thing with Rhea. Because they can't come up with anything creative. I love you too, Isabel. And we're back live here on SmackDown, and here comes Wesley. The following contest is a men's Money in the Bank qualifying match. Making his way to the ring, Wesley. Big opportunity for Wesley. Yes, he's a face. Big opportunity for Wesley as he takes on the returning Gunther. Now, we haven't seen Gunther since WrestleMania. And his opponent, the Ring General Gunther. Well, not anymore. Well, not anymore. He returned on TNA. He teamed up with the Rascals, so he's technically a face now. as Desmond Xavier, because he appeared on... He's gone back to his Desmond Xavier name. He was on TNA, and he teamed up with the Rascals. So technically, he's a good guy again. We've talked about how we hadn't seen Gunther since his WrestleMania win over Cody Rhodes. It kind of confuses you to why Gunther was off TV for a while. Even after that big win over Cody Rhodes, he was able to finally lift that burden off his back that he couldn't beat Cody. And man, oh man, what a incredible match they had at WrestleMania. But now Gunther looking to get back into the title scene here. And qualifying for the Money in the Bank could definitely help him. Well, Liv Morgan qualified. She defeated Stephanie Vecchier. She'll be joining Rhea Ripley and Julia. Oh, Wesley. Wesley now using his quickness. Like, instead of having The Miz replace Sheamus, like, they could have had someone from TNA, someone from NXT. They could have really had fun with it, and they could have just literally had it be anyone. But they were just like, nah, we're going to go with The Miz because we're too darn lazy. I, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Triple H, am too lazy to make things interesting, so I'll just have The Miz replace Sheamus. And now look at this. Oh, nice counter. And Gunther off the second rope. Good grief, Gunther has now regained the advantage. Has now regained the advantage, but Wesley, we gotta hand it to Wesley. He is not backing down. You gotta hand it to Wesley. He has not shown any hesitation here. Wait a minute, what is Wesley doing here? Wesley, top rope. Oh my goodness! Massive powerbomb off the top rope on Gunther. Oh man, could have seen a massive upset there. Absolutely, that could have been a major upset. Wesley stunning Gunther momentarily. Oh, but Gunther just, yanks him into the corner. If it's a tag team match, then I'm guessing it's the Usos versus the Bonbons of Breakker and Reed, because Triple H likes rehashing the same matches. No way Brock Lesnar is going to compete on Raw. Nice counter by Gunther again. Wesley continues to use his quickness. And now Gunther has Wesley. And there's the choke. And there's the choke. And there's the chokehold. And there's the submission. And Gunther gets the win. Oh boy. And Gunther gets the win as he submits Wesley. Here is your winner, the Ring General, Gunther. Wow, Gunther with the win. And that means Gunther will be joining the men's Money in the Bank. And the people that are in that lineup is Ethan Page and LA Knight. Gunther is going to add more star power to the men's Money in the Bank. Boy, Gunther is now going to be one of the odds-on favorites to win. I know, Ava. I know you can't stand Roxanne, but you got to remain impartial. I know, I'm trying. Ava, Nick. May I help you, Saraya? Yes, you can help me. I want the next opportunity against Indy Hartwell and her women's championship. We can't just give you a title match, Saraya. Yes, you can. I am the savior. Nick, we're fellow Brits. We're fellow Brits. You know, you understand, don't you? Saraya, as much as I would love to give you a title match, but Ava is right. You gotta earn championship matches, and we may be from the same country, but I want to be fair and give you an opportunity, but I can't just give it to you. Yeah, exactly. Oh, isn't it the world's hottest jobber, Harmony Kelly? Real cute. That's funny. That's funny coming from you, Saraya. Look, if anybody deserves the next shot at Indy Hartwell, it's me. It's me, okay? When was the last time you won a match? When was the last time you won a match, Harmony? As far as I'm concerned, you don't even belong in the ring, let alone with me or anybody else. Ah! Saraya, if you don't shut your mouth right now, what are you the savior of anyway? If you don't shut your mouth, this fist will go right down your throat. Get that fist out of my face, you git. I want Indy Hartwell next. I am the best. I am next in line. Is that so, EO? Is that so, EO? That's right. Well, I disagree. You know, I think everyone would like to see WWE Hall of Famer Michelle McCool versus Indy Hartwell. Don't you agree? No one wants to see an old lady like you in a championship match these days. Oh, Saraya, man, you're just so hot-headed as always. Aren't you going to go running to your pal AJ Lee for protection, as you always do? If anyone is going to get the next shot, it's me, the Irish goddess. Because here's the thing, as much as Shotzi deserves this little push she's getting, she's had too many opportunities. It's time for someone else to step up. Well, things are getting a little bit crowded in here, but you know what? You've all made valid points. So how about this? Next week on Friday Night SmackDown, we're going to have an elimination match. It'll be Saraya, Michelle McCool, Harmony Kelly, Lyra Valkyria, Io, and you, Lola Vice. All of you in an elimination match next week. And the winner will be Indy Hartwell at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. How does that sound to all of you? Sounds good to us. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because all you gits are going to fall to your savior. That could have been your head. Crazy bitch. Lola Vice, better show a bit more respect to Saraya instead of trying to tease that she's going to punch her in the face. You're a Brit, Wade. What the? We're both Brits, and we know exactly what Saraya means, right? By that word. Absolutely. Well, here come the former tag team champions, invoking their rematch clause tonight. They take on the War Raiders of the Death Riders. Can they win back their titles? Or will the War Raiders remain on top of the tag team division? We're going to find out next. Dun, 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. And here they are, the World Tag Team Champions, Ivar and Eric, the War Raiders. They defeated the former champions, the LWO, at the King and Queen of the Ring to win the titles. And as we talked about, the LWO want to win them back. Yeah, they've got their rematch tonight. And you feel, Wade, if they lose, this could be their last chance to get back into the title scene. Absolutely. You know, title reigns like these are once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. You may never get an opportunity like this again. So the LWO better be hoping that they can either win the titles back tonight, or this could have been their, or last night at King and Queen of the Ring could have been their swan song on the top of the tag team division. And here we go, the World Tag Team titles on the line. The former champions getting their rematches, getting their rematch here tonight. The LWO would love nothing more than to win back their championships here tonight. Would love to end the War Raiders title reign before it begins. Man, how exciting is that going to be next week? A huge elimination match between all those ladies. Between those 6 ladies in an elimination style match. That is going to be a lot of fun, and obviously I am going to be backing my queen, my savior, Saraya. I'm got her back all the way through in that match. And I hope you too, and I hope you do as well, Bateman, because we're fellow Brits. I mean, anybody could win that. Anyone could win that 6-pack elimination match. I mean, hell, Harmony Kelly could surprise us and win it. And now, oh, look at this. Don't forget, Shotzi earlier this year stunned everybody by winning an elimination style match where no one expected her to win. You're definitely right. The surprise factor could definitely play a role, but could definitely play a role in the next week. Well, we have been told that the last woman standing match, main event between Indy Harwell and Shotzi, is Shotzi's final opportunity. That's it. It's her final opportunity at the championship. If she loses, that's it. She does not get any more chances. It's back of the line for Shotzi. So it's either do or die tonight for Shotzi here tonight. Ivar and Eric. I'm looking to make sure that the LWO die here tonight, because this could probably very well be their last chance. This could very well be their last chance at the World Tag Team Championships. And look at this incredible power of Eric. Wow. The power of Eric. And Wild manages to kick out at 2. Joaquin Wild manages to kick out at 2. And now Wild. Oh, nice DDT. Joaquin Wild finds a way out of that situation. Tag made. Here comes Del Toro. And here comes Ivar. Oh! Del Toro getting dropped like a bad habit. And now Del Toro starting to pick up momentum. The momentum is starting to shift as the LWO are starting to pick up steam here. Oh, kick out again. You kind of feel that it's starting to rub off on everybody. What do you mean? What Tracy Lara and Sarah Ponting have the movement that they have started in NXT, where big guys and big girls should be doing less dominating and more selling, because you kind of feel like maybe their impact has also impacted Ivar and Eric in certain ways. Why would they care about any of that? Why would they care about any of that? They're in the Death Riders. They've become more dangerous. They have become more dangerous than ever before. And Ivar with a vicious knee strike as Cruz del Toro tries to get out of the situation he's in. And now Ivar. Uh-oh. Oh, look out. 300 pounds! 300 pounds was about to crash in. Oh, look out! And down go. Oh! And the LWO and now Ivar stunned. And now Ivar stunned. We could have new tag team champions. Oh, so close. That was so close. We almost had new tag team champions. Oh, and Ivar turns it around with a spin kick. And just like that, Ivar turns the tide of the match. Tag made. And here it comes. War Machine! And there it is, the War Machine! And the champs retain! Dun, 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 dun. And the World Tag Team Championships stay around the waist of Ivar and Eric, the War Raiders, with their first successful title defense. Ivar and Eric with a successful title defense here tonight, as they successfully retain the World Tag Team titles against the LWO. What do you think, Finn? Think we should take those tag team titles? You know, we could. But honestly, I still want another shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. I understand that. But imagine if we could take the tag team championships on the Death Riders. It'd be a big blow to them. I see what you mean. I definitely see what you mean. Look. Put your World Heavyweight Championship pursuits on hold for now. I think we should become tag team champions. Okay. Out of respect for you, I'll do that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anne and Vanessa, you gits are running this tag team division as if you think you two know exactly what it means to be a tag team. You're looking at Nessa, Alba Fire, and Kiana James. We are the raging flame of this women's division. And we are going to stop at nothing to get what we want. You people turned your backs on me. I did everything by the book. I worked hard. You know, that's what fans have always talked about these days, how everyone puts in the work. You know, I hear that all the time from every single fan online. This person puts in the work. This person deserves to be a champion because they put in so much hard work. What about me? What about the work that I put through for the last 5 to 6 years in this company? I broke my back for this company, where nobody believed in me. Everyone just said I was a pretty face, and my boss was the only person that had my back. I beat the likes of Ronda Rousey and many other big names to get to where I need to be. And all you people did was say I was just a pretty face. And I didn't deserve to be world champion. And so that's when it made me realize that you people are just a bunch of gits. And Alba and Kiana are my real friends. I always heard people say maybe Nessa should stop spending time with Alba Fire and do her own thing. Do you know why I stay with Alba Fire no matter what the situation is? It's because she's my friend and I know she has my back. You need friends in this world. Sometimes there are people that say you don't need to make friends, all you need is to make money. Well, in my opinion, friends mean more than money. And Vanessa, you two aren't friends. I know deep down Vanessa is still waiting for that chance to stab you in the back. So Ruka, do you really think Zarya is your friend? Is Zarya really your friend, or is she trying to look out for herself? That's the things that you need to think about. Sometimes you need to have friends that you know you can trust. And Kiana and Alba, I trust. And then when we become the tag team champions, nobody is gonna stop the raging flame. Nessa and her raging flame sending a message to the women's tag team division. The following contest is a men's Money in the Bank qualifying match. Making his way to the ring, representing the LWO, Dragon Lee. Big opportunity for Dragon Lee as he takes on Drew McIntyre in a Money in the Bank qualifying opportunity. Ethan Page, LA Knight have all qualified, and so did Gunther earlier tonight. Who will join them? Will Dragon Lee join them? Or will it be the Scottish Warrior? He's got his sword entrance in this, so yeah, I got to change that. He has stopped doing that for a long time. Hopefully that's changed in 2K26. And his opponent from Ayr, Scotland, Drew McIntyre. 2K, I expect that entrance to be gone in 2K26. Don't get me wrong, it's a cool entrance, but he doesn't do it anymore. Well, Drew McIntyre cost Chris Reigns the World Heavyweight Championship at the King and Queen of the Ring, where he helped Jon Moxley become the champion. Well, Moxley has made it clear Drew McIntyre does not work for the Death Riders. Oh, wait a second. Oh, looks like Drew McIntyre's, of course. Drew's got something to say. I want to make this perfectly clear to all of you idiots who said that Drew McIntyre is a member of the Death Riders. And I want to make you all very well clear, I am not a member of the Death Riders. You want to know why? Because I don't need them. Chris Reigns is such a big, lazy version of a wannabe Roman Reigns, and I wanted to teach him a lesson. So I hope Skylar was watching, because what I'm going to do to Christopher is far worse than what Moxley would have ever done to him. Oh, jeez. Drew McIntyre. Ding, ding, ding. There we go. The bell is sounded, and Dragon Lee taking advantage. Dragon Lee going right after Drew as he was talking. It's a little bit rude of Dragon Lee to attack him after he was done talking. Well, the bell rang. Well, the bell rang, Wade. When the bell rings, it means it's time to fight. Well, Drew McIntyre looking to qualify into the Money in the Bank. Obviously, that's his goal here tonight, to qualify for Money in the Bank. Who wouldn't want to qualify for Money in the Bank? It's the biggest opportunity of your career. Becoming Mr. Money in the Bank is the biggest opportunity of your career. When you unhook that briefcase, it tells you that you are ready to be the guy, or in the female's case, the girl. Dragon Lee had any luck finding any shinies? Not really. I can't even play on my Switch anymore because my Switch charge is broken. My Switch charge is broken, so I can't even really play on it anymore. I've told my mum about it. So yeah, my Switch charge is broken. It doesn't work anymore. So even if I started playing, my Switch would die, and I won't be able to charge it. So I need to get my mum to get me a new charger before I can start playing it again. now Dragon Lee picking up speed. Dragon Lee picking up speed, picking up momentum. And now Dragon Lee. Oh man! And Dragon Lee with a knee strike. Cover to go to Money in the Bank, and McIntyre holds on. And McIntyre holds on, and now look at this. Oh, and McIntyre sends Dragon Lee into the ropes. And McIntyre sends Dragon Lee into the ropes. Get up! Get up! And now McIntyre looking for the Claymore. Wait a sec! There's Chris Reigns! There's Chris! What the hell are you doing out here? And there's Chris Reigns! Chris Reigns has just jumped over the barrier. He's distracting Drew McIntyre. What are you doing out here? Come on! Well, Chris Reigns obviously wanting revenge. Oh, wait a minute, McIntyre better turn around. Oh, Operation Dragon by Dragon Lee, off the distraction by Chris Reigns. And Dragon Lee is going to Money in the Bank. Having walking through the flame. Chris Reigns just cost McIntyre the chance to go to Money in the Bank. Here is your winner, Dragon Lee. And look at this, and now Chris goes into the ring. And Chris Reigns now hammering away on Drew McIntyre. And Chris Reigns and McIntyre going at it. Back and forth between McIntyre and Chris. This rivalry is now escalating. And this rivalry has now escalated to whole new levels. McIntyre cost Chris the World Championship, and Chris wants payback on McIntyre. And look at McIntyre roll out of the ring. Come on, Drew, come on. Drew McIntyre wanting no part of Chris as he rolls out of the ring. He's just unleashed. He has just unleashed the fury within Chris, costing him the World Heavyweight Championship, and now he wants revenge. Dun, 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 dun. And now he wants revenge. He wants payback indeed. Excuse me, Shotzi. What, Byron? Make it quick. I'm pretty sure you might have heard Nick Aldis and Ava say it, but they said that tonight is your final opportunity against Indy Hartwell. If you lose tonight, you don't get any more chances. What's your response? My response? Byron, I'm not going to lose. I only lost at King and Queen in the Ring was because of that hulking loser Jade Cargill. If Jade Cargill wasn't in the match, I know for a fact I would have beaten Indy. And that's exactly what I'm going to do tonight in this last woman standing match. I'm going to beat Indy Hartwell and prove once and for all that I am ready to be the girl of this women's division. I have been denied for far too long. I have been denied for far too long. And tonight, that changes. AJ is going to be on Stephanie's podcast. Yeah, I know about that. AJ said she'd only agree to be on it if they talk about the 2015 tweet situation. So tonight, I end Indy's reign and I make her heart quit. Yeah, apparently AJ said she only agreed to go on the podcast if they talked about a certain situation from 2015. And I'm just like, that's good to see. I'm like, that's good to see. AJ's not going to be like a goody and just play ball with the company. Like, if she wants to speak her mind about something, she's going to speak her mind about it. Well, tonight, Shotzi gets her final chance at the WWE Women's Championship. It's either she wins or she gets no more opportunities. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, boom, blah, blah, beam. The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Sydney, Australia, Peyton Royce. Well, this is Peyton Royce's first match since being brought out, since coming to SmackDown. We've seen Peyton Royce attack Tiffany Stratton on multiple occasions. Yeah, Peyton Royce has shown a lot of interest in Tiffany Stratton. We don't know why, but she just certainly has. Let's light it up. Light it. She's got Cora Jade's entrance. Okay. And her tag team partner, she is the TNA Knockouts World Champion, AJ Lee. Okay, she's got Cora Jade's entrance. That's funny. And there she is, the TNA Knockouts World Champion, AJ Lee. That title just looks amazing around her waist. And here comes the television champion. It is indeed Tiffy time. Big ovation for Tiffany Stratton here tonight. And their opponents first. She is the WWE television champion, Tiffany Stratton. A big ovation for Tiffany here tonight. As we've talked about, she and Peyton Royce have been having this ongoing issue where Peyton has been attacking her for the last several weeks. Dun 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 dun, La Ruda, dun 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 dun, La Mas Ruda. And her tag team partner, Big Mama Cool, Raquel Rodriguez. Well, Raquel Rodriguez had actually been starting quite a bit of a rivalry with AJ Lee at live events. Yeah, Raquel and AJ have actually been having some ongoing rivalry at live events, and Raquel has gotten her eyes on that TNA and Knockouts World Championship. And here we go, Stratton and Peyton starting things off. Who would have thought we'd see AJ Lee in the ring again with Tiffany Stratton after their WrestleMania encounter? Well, AJ Lee... Well, look at how things have turned out for AJ Lee after losing the television championship. She's now got the TNA Knockouts Championship. And that's what AJ called it. She called it an upgrade. Well, to be fair, it is an upgrade because it is a world championship, not a mid-card championship like the television one. That's exactly why AJ called it an upgrade. Oh! Peyton being a little bit aerial there. Tag made, and here comes Big Mama Cool, Raquel. And referee calls for a rope break. Raquel was a bit too close to the ropes, and now Peyton Royce and AJ Lee have turned the tide of this match. Tag made, and here comes AJ Lee, the Trailblazer. You want my title, huh? You're not gonna have it. And AJ slamming Raquel head first. And a drop kick into the corner. Oh! And now Raquel being picked apart here by AJ Lee and Peyton Royce. So this is a good strategy. Got to keep the big girl down. Keeping the big powerhouse Raquel down is a good sign. It's a good sign that AJ and Peyton are working together here. You got to keep Raquel down. She's very she could be very dangerous when she gets going. And now Tiffany Tiffany rallying the WWE Universe behind Raquel Rodriguez. And now Raquel starting to build, and now Raquel starting to feel it. And now looks like Raquel starting to build a little bit of momentum here. Oh, looks like that rallying worked. Oh, and a kick out by Royce. And now Raquel building momentum, looking to try and make the tag to Stratton, but Peyton Royce, says no. Peyton Royce stopping Raquel dead in her tracks. And now AJ Lee back in the ring. And now Raquel slowly being picked apart here. Oh, this is a good. We got to hand it to AJ and Peyton. They have been doing things correctly from the beginning. Pick Raquel apart and prevent her from making any kind of comeback. And now Raquel with a big sidewalk slam to AJ. Tag. And there's the hot tag. And here comes Tiffy. And now it's Tiffy time. Oh, and the TNA. And now the TNA Knockouts World Champion is in trouble. Tiffany Stratton has now turned the tide of this match. AJ knows what it means to be in the ring with Stratton. Oh! It's just Becky being a heel. It's just Becky being a heel. You know it's just Becky being Becky. And now AJ turning the tides again. Tag made. And here comes Peyton Royce. Oh! And there's Peyton Royce. And now look at this. Oh, look out! Went for the prettiest moonsault ever. But AJ stopped it. AJ stopped it from happening. And now Raquel, And now Raquel, oh my God, has AJ. Oh man, good Lord. Dahana bomb. AJ and Raquel going at it on the outside. Raquel and AJ going at it on the outside. You knew it was only a matter of time before things got out of hand between those two on the outside. And now Peyton Royce. Turning the tides of this matchup. Stratton went for the prettiest moonsault, but Peyton Royce able to block with the Peyton Plex. Peyton Plex on Stratton. Oh, kick out at 2. Oh, look at this now. It is trouble time for the television champion. And now it's danger time for the television champion and Peyton Royce. Oh man, fisherman suplex. The venomous fly trap. And Peyton Royce has just pinned the television champion. The venomous fly trap to the champion. And Peyton Royce has just pinned the television champion. Here are your winners, the team of Peyton Royce and the TNA Knockouts World Champion, AJ Lee. Big win for Peyton Royce. Peyton Royce in her first match here on SmackDown has just pinned the television champion, Bateman. Absolutely. Peyton in her first match on SmackDown pinning the shoulders of the television champion. AJ and Raquel were going at it on the outside, but in the end Peyton Royce would pick up a huge win, scoring a win over the television champion. It's Peyton time! Ladies and gentlemen, my guest at this time, she is the most beautiful woman, Carmella. Carmella coming up, you're about to take on the prodigy, Roxanne Perez, in a women's Money in the Bank qualifying match. How are you feeling heading into this big match against Roxanne? Well, I am feeling incredibly confident. With my Mella army behind me, we are going to not only make Roxy go tap, 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 but we're also going to be climbing the ladder and pulling down the Money in the Bank contract. And I will make history by becoming the first 3-time Miss Money in the Bank. Because nobody has done it. And I plan to be the girl to do that. Because I was the first Miss Money in the Bank. And I was the first 2-time Miss Money in the Bank. And now I'm going to make it 3. And Roxy, I hope you've been learning how to tap out. Because that's what's going to happen to you tonight. When I make you go tap, tap, tap. F-A-B-U-L-O-U-A-S. F-A-B-U-L-O-U-S, yes. Diamonds on my neck. Yes, I'm fabulous. They keep hating on me. I don't stress. Don't got time for this. 'Cause I'm fabulous. Capiche? Ding, ding, ding. The following contest is a women's Money in the Bank qualifying match. Making her way to the ring from Staten Island, New York, She is the most beautiful woman in WWE, Carmella! Well, we better enjoy it, because this will be the last time we'll be seeing Carmella. That's what I was trying to say the whole time. I see AJ Lee beating Becky in War Games. Well, from the SmackDown spoilers, AJ's team won the War Games advantage match, so I think they're gonna lose. Eyes up until they all fall down. Eyes up tonight. Eyes up tonight. And her opponent. The prodigy, Roxanne Perez. Now, I would like to be proven wrong that her team still wins regardless, but that's usually how it works. On the go-home show, if you stand tall on the go-home show, it usually means you lose. But here's the thing. You've got a team of AJ, Charlotte, Becky, Alexa, sorry. You got AJ, Charlotte, Alexa, Rhea, and Io against a team of Becky, Nia, Lash, and the Kabuki Warriors. If you had to pick a team that would be, oh yeah, this team would make the most logic sense to win, it would obviously be AJ's team. Like, would you really say Becky's team should win over AJ's team? Like, AJ's team's got nothing but star power in it. If you look at AJ's team, you'd say, yes, absolutely they should win. But this is Triple H we're talking about here. This is Triple H we're talking about. Do you think he would rather go with logic with what makes more sense? No, he would rather say Nia's team wins because reasons. AJ's team should win because I know Brock's team's gonna win. And I already know Brock Lesnar's gonna pin either Cody or Punk. I already know Brock's team's gonna win because there's no way in hell they're gonna have Brock Lesnar lose. So yes, AJ's team should win, but this is Triple H we're talking about. You just can't. You just expect him to do. You just expect him to do stupid shit. Carmella and Roxanne have met in the ring several times before in the past. You know, Carmella won their last outing against each other. Roxanne won their last outing, but Carmella won their last outing, but can Roxanne win this time? Roxanne is the Roxanne has been given is the chosen one again, and her ego is off the charts. She has tried to get. She has also been trying to get Ava to really hit her. She's just playing mind games, Bateman. Roxanne has been giving her title the chosen one again, mainly because, well, here's the thing. We later learned Tiffany Stratton didn't even want it. She didn't even want the title of being called chosen one. Then why the hell did she even bother fighting for it? Why did she even bother agree to fight for it if she didn't even want it in the first place? Well, that is definitely a good question. Carmella on the second rope. Oh, look out. Oh, gets caught. Carmella got caught into a powerbomb. Oh, and Roxanne now starting to build momentum. Her ego has become completely out of control ever since Roxanne was given the rights to be the chosen one again. Ever since she got her title of chosen one back, because we later learned she went to complain to Patrick for it. I mean, when does she ever not complain to Patrick? Oh, look at this, Carmella in trouble. Oh, and there's the Pop Rocks on Carmella, and Roxanne qualifies. Wow. Roxanne Perez qualifies for Money in the Bank. That's right. Here is your winner, Roxanne Perez. Well, Roxanne Perez qualifies for the Women's Money in the Bank. Roxanne with a big win over Carmella. With the Pop Rocks and the most beautiful woman. And Roxanne joins Liv Morgan, Julia, and Rhea Ripley in the Money in the Bank. I knew she'd lose because she stood tall on the final collision before Full Gear. It was kind of obvious she was going to lose. I like the story they're telling. She can win all these championships, but the top title in AEW she can't win. It's a good story to tell. She can win as many titles she wants, but every time she tries to win the top title in AEW, she loses. It's a good story. It's eventually going to get to her head. It's eventually going to become her obsession to become the world champion. She's eventually going to become obsessed with wanting to win the world title. Now let's take you back to last week on SmackDown. It was Skip Jarko and Cassie Lewis having their, celebration over winning the AAA Mixed Tag Team Championships until a certain somebody appeared and decided to embarrass the duo. It's got nothing to do with the titles that she has. It's got nothing to do with all the titles she has. It's just a part of the story they're telling. She's a belt collector. That's her character, Armin. Her character is a belt collector. She's trying to collect every title, but the one title she can't get is the AEW World title. Like hell, she even tried to win the new women's tag titles with Athena, and even that failed. She and Athena failed to win the tag titles. That's the whole point of the character. That's the whole point of the belt collector character. You want to win every title. And then you start becoming... You get a massive ego. But again, it's like what I said before. WWE can have a belt collector. You mean Ember Moon? I'm not calling her that. Her name's Athena. It's like what I said, if WWE had a belt collector, the WWE fans would be okay with it, because WWE good, AEW bad. WWE can do whatever they want without any criticism, but if any other company does it, oh, no, 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 that person's a Hogan, you can't do that. That person's got creative control. That person has creative control in their contract, and they're winning all the time. They're abusing their contract to win everything. You don't hear anyone saying Ethan Page or Chelsea Green have creative control since they've got 2 titles. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Dun, dun, I believe in Joe Hendry. 'Cause we are in London, and Paris, and Tokyo, America, Scotland, and Canada, and Mexico. They say, I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Oh, there comes Joe Hendry. She had 2 titles in WWE. She was the Raw Women's Champion and Tag Team Champion. But I'm just saying, in WWE you can do it. And, oh, look at this! Skip Jarko, one half of the... Skip Jarko jumping Joe Hendry in the middle of his entrance. Skip Jarko jumping Joe Hendry in the middle of his entrance. Skip Jarko obviously wanting some revenge. Oh, Jarko out for revenge here tonight against Joe Hendry after he and Emily Jackson embarrassed him and Cassie Lewis. Huh? Say his name! I wish he'd go away! Yeah, but Armin, the difference is when she had 2 titles in WWE, did anyone said she had creative control? Did people say she had creative control in her contract? No, they didn't. The point I am making is that WWE can have a wrestler win multiple titles and the fans won't complain about it, they won't say anything. But if a wrestler holds multiple titles in another company, then it becomes an issue. That's the point I'm saying. It's clear bias. It's clear bias and favoritism. That's the point I'm making. Yes, she did have multiple titles, and she did have 2 titles in WWE, but no one questioned it then because she was a WWE superstar. Because she's not a WWE superstar, now they will call her a Hogan and they'll question everything she does. They'll say she's got creative control. And she's a Hogan. She doesn't care about the future of the women's division. She doesn't put anyone over and all that other stuff. Fans will only say that about you if you're not in WWE. if you're in WWE, you'll get endless amount of praise for every little thing you do, even if it is something worth complaining about. Now look at this. Oh, look out. Solo versus Gunther. Well, that sounds stupid. Wow. And everyone said it was going to be Gunther. And look, it was going to fight Cena. Oh, look at this. And now Joe Hendry. Oh, look at this. Oh! Standing ovation. And there's the standing ovation to Jocko. And Joe Hendry gets the win. I believe in Joe Hendry. It's a London. Here's your winner, Joe. Oh, and Grayson Waller from behind. Grayson Waller jumping Joe Hendry from behind. Get him. And look at this. And Cassie Lewis barking orders on the outside. You want to step up to us, Joe? Huh? You want to step up to us? Wait a second. There's Emily Jackson. Oh, and Emily Jackson now. Going out to Cassie Lewis on the outside. Emily Jackson is here. She's going out to Cassie Lewis. And oh, look at this. And Lewis gets the upper hand on Jackson. Yep, the next match is the main event. And look at this. Oh, and look at this. The Aussie Icons with a 3-on-2 advantage on Hendry and Emily Jackson. Well, Joe Hendry is now officially a WWE superstar. His contract expired. Go back to TNA. And Cassie Lewis with the Tasmanian kick to Jackson. That's right, we're the Aussie Icons. The Aussie Icons standing tall over Hendry and Emily Jackson. Emily Jackson tried to come out to help out her partner, but in the end, the 3-on-2 of the Aussie Icons was just too much for Emily Jackson and Joe Hendry. Well, Joe Hendry and Emily Jackson wanted to win the AAA mixed tag titles, but I think Jocko and Cassie are not going to make it easy for them. Well, ladies and gentlemen, next week, we can confirm next week on SmackDown, it's going to happen. The big six-pack challenge that's going to take place next week on SmackDown. Oh, I cannot wait for this. I cannot wait for that huge six-pack challenge. The winner will receive a championship match. Saraya, Michelle McCool, Harmony Kelly, Lyra Valkyria, Io Sky, and Lola Vice. The winner of that match will meet Indy Hartwell for the WWE Women's Championship. Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, it is the last woman standing match. Shotzi and Indy Hartwell to settle the score once and for all. As Shotzi and Hartwell are going to settle this rivalry once and for all. And it's next in our main event. This is the end of their this is going to be the end of their standard rivalry. This is Shotzi's last chance at the gold. I'm a psycho. I'm a psycho. I'm a psycho. I'm a psycho. Welcome to the ball pit. Gonna get your ass kicked. Ding, ding, ding. The following contest is the last women's standing match. And it is for the WWE Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger. Representing Chemical X. Shotzi! You know, I don't get Shotzi's obsession with wanting to win the WWE Women's Championship. She had her chance at the King and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view and she lost again. So really, that should have been the end of it. Well, I don't think Shotzi clearly believes that she would have had Indy Hartwell beat if Jade Cargill wasn't a part of the match. Well, Shotzi was the one that added herself to the match. Her obsession with becoming the women's champion is really starting to show. Well, Shotzi wants to prove she can be a champion, Bateman. She knows she can be a champion. She has been robbed on more than one occasion of becoming the champion. I think she just needs to take her L and move on. And her opponent from Melbourne, Australia. She is the WWE Women's Champion, Indy Hartwell. Well, Ava and Nick Aldis have made it very clear that this will be Shotzi's last chance at the championship. So there'll be no more excuses for Shotzi after tonight. Oh yeah. Well, clearly Shotzi is aware that this is her last chance, and the best way to shut up the haters is to win the championship on your final opportunity to win the championship. I'm starting to think Shotzi's becoming way too obsessed with wanting to win this championship. I mean, this is the biggest opportunity of Shotzi's career. This has been the biggest opportunity in Shotzi's career. I can't say I blame her at all for becoming, a bit obsessed. She knows that these opportunities don't come around too often. And you know that as well as anybody, Bateman. Well, definitely you as well, Wade. How many chances were you given to win the WWE Championship in 2010? Exactly. Well, I was only given 3 chances, but you're on the right track there. If it wasn't for John Cena at the Survivor Series, I probably would have beaten Randy Orton that night. Oh, and Shotzi crashing hard to the outside. Well, this is a last woman standing match. No disqualifications, no countouts, no more excuses. no more excuses for Shotzi if she fails to win here tonight. If she fails to win here tonight, there should be no more excuses. Oh, man! And Indy goes flying right into the Coca-Cola station. Right into the Coca-Cola station she goes. And now Shotzi on the barricade like she's walking the tightrope. Oh! Knees right to the back of the head and neck. Oh! Steel chair right to the back. And Shotzi, oh, in complete control of this match. Every time it looks like Indy Hartwell tries to gain any kind of momentum, Shotzi is right there to regain it. Well, as you've talked about, Shotzi's become quite obsessed with wanting to win the Women's Championship. And some may say an obsession becomes incredibly unhealthy for you. And some say when you become obsessed, the obsession becomes very unhealthy. Oh, look at this now into the crowd. And Shotzi and Indy now going out into the crowd. Well, there are no rules in these kinds of matches. You can do whatever the hell you want. There are no countouts, no disqualifications in these matches. And look at Indy now. Oh! Going after Shotzi. Oh, man. Another counter by Shotzi. Shotzi was looking to grab a kendo stick. Oh! Shot right to the face. Indy Hartwell not giving Shotzi any breathing room at all. Well, Shotzi's trying to grab a weapon, but Indy just continues to prevent her. Yeah, well, the winner of this the winner will become the women's champion. Shotzi, as we've talked about, has become very obsessed with wanting to win this championship. It's like it's consuming her. It's consumed her friendship with Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley. It's even consumed her friendship with her group. Becoming the champion has caused friction within her group. Tatum Paxley and Gigi. Gigi's no longer with Chemical X because of Shotzi's obsession with wanting to win the women's championship. Well, you may call it an obsession. I think it. It is what it is. Well, it is what it is. It's an obsession. Oh! I gotta call it like it is. She's becoming obsessed. Oh, look at this now. And now Shotzi. Oh, never wake up DDT on the concrete floor. That could do it for Indy. Indy Hartwell could be down and out here. Come on. And Indy getting back to her feet. Indy Hartwell managing to get back to her feet as Shotzi and Indy continue to fight amongst themselves. Oh, jeez. Well, as we've talked about, this is the final chapter of this rivalry. This is where the story between these two rivals come to an end. Oh, no more excuses. There will be no more excuses for Shotzi if she loses here tonight. And Nick Aldis has made it very clear this is Shotzi's last chance. This is her final opportunity at the Women's Championship. If she loses again, that's it. It's end of the line. It's end of the line for Shotzi, and it's time for somebody else to have a turn. Uh-oh. Come on, Indy. Oh, look at this. And now these two are now going to the backstage area. Well, Shotzi, you knew this last woman standing match was not going to stay at ringside for long. Now, you knew it wasn't going to stay at ringside for long. You knew these two would bring this fight to the backstage area. Yeah, you knew these two would bring this fight to the backstage area. Oh, look at this. And now Indy Hartwell. Oh, vicious DDT. Oh, look out. And look out here. Oh, look at this. Look out. Oh, man. Indy Hartwell. Oh, look out. Oh, man. And Indy goes through the table. Oh, that could be it. Oh, man. And crushing on top of the chairs as well. Indy crashing on top of those chairs. That could be it. Indy Hartwell somehow making it back to her feet again. It's amazing how Hartwell makes it back to her feet. Well, hey, it's a part of Hartwell's thing. She says it's hard to lose because her heart won't quit. Shotzi climbing up the ladder. And now Indy's gone through the elevator. Indy going through the elevator. Oh, look at this shot to the, and now look at this, now shot to the face. Oh, look at this, and now these two ladies. Oh, good grief. I'm flying. I don't like the look. I do not like the look of this at all. I don't like the look of this either. Shotzi trying to Irish whip Indy. Oh, look out. Oh, man, the It Hurts Donut. And there it is, the It Hurts Donut. The It Hurts Donut on Shotzi. Oh, wait a second. Indy Hartwell now has... Oh, look out. Oh, my God. She's got Shotzi now. Look out. Oh, my God, Shotzi. Indy Hartwell Indy's trying to throw Shotzi off. Oh, look out. Trying to throw Shotzi off. Oh, look out. Oh! Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, my God. Holy shit is right! 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And oh my God! And Shotzi somehow, how the hell did Shotzi get up from that? How the hell did Shotzi get to her feet? Well, it's Shotzi's pride. Shotzi's pride to win that championship. You can tell how much that championship means to Shotzi if she's willing to go to any lengths to prove she belongs in the title picture. How much more can both of these ladies withstand? Amazing. How in the world? I am absolutely stunned that Shotzi was able to survive that crash pad. Well, wait a second. And now there's and now by the ambulance. And now these two fight into the parking area. Oh man, I don't like the look of this at all. These two. Uh-oh. And now Indy will look out. On top of the ambulance! Good Lord! On top of the ambulance! Oh, look out! Oh! 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 And Indy! Good grief! Shotzi falling off the ambulance! And look at this! Oh! Shotzi taking down Hartwell! Good Lord, what? How far? How far are these two women willing to go? Oh no, no, not from up there! Ball pit! Oh my God! A ball pit from off the ambulance! A ball pit off the ambulance! Oh! Oh, that's got to do it. How much more are these two women willing to go? Oh! The willingness of how far these two are willing to go. Oh wait! Oh, look at this! And the referee now getting, and now referee Charles Robinson getting in the way of this destruction. Oh my God! And now these two are fighting on top of a, and now on top of a car. What on earth is going to happen here? How much further are these two women gonna go to settle this issue? Oh! And Shotzi off the top of the car. And now Indy has Shotzi. Oh! Sends her right into the car window. Yeah. Oh! How much more are these two girls willing to throw at each other to be last woman standing? Both of these women have pride. Oh! Both of these women have a lot of pride, but only one of their prides are going to be shattered here tonight. And now Indy, oh wait a minute! Oh my! Oh, on the car! Oh, the It Hurts Donut right into the car! Indy just launched Shotzi right into the car with the It Hurts Donut! And Indy Hartwell is last woman standing! Dun, dun. Wow! What a fight! Holy moly! Hard to lose when the Hartwell quit. Here is your winner of the last woman standing, and still the WWE Women's Champion, Indy Hartwell. Wow, what a fight! These two girls just beat the living tar out of each other. And Indy Hartwell, all it took was to perform the It Hurts Donut into a car, into the Shotzi's head went into the car window as she performed the move. Shotzi was not getting up after that. What a brawl, what a fight. And Indy Hartwell can now finally move on to bigger and better things. Yeah, Hartwell can now put Shotzi in the rear view mirror and move on. And Indy Hartwell celebrates as she retains her WWE. As she celebrates, Indy Hartwell's back in the arena as she celebrates, as she retains the WWE Women's. Oh, from behind! Candice LeRae from behind! Candice LeRae from behind! Indy Hartwell was just coming through the stage area. Candice LeRae just jumping Indy Hartwell, and now the championship. Oh, now the championship being laid out, and Candice LeRae with the wicked stepsister, the Queen, Candice LeRae, planting Indy Hartwell. I'm coming back for what's mine. Dun 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 dun. Oh, Candice LeRae laying out the champion, letting her know she's coming back for what's hers. Candice LeRae, the Queen of the Ring. And clearly she's made it known she's coming for Indy Hartwell and the WWE Women's Championship.